hopefully those are the last set of chassis related parts for this 7 1/4 wagon. Over the last couple of days and evenings, 1, 2, 3 and 4 axle box guides came out, as did 1, 2, 3, 4 axle boxes. Alongside those were a brake stand, a brake hanger, brake handle guides, and the bottom end of the brake handles. We've got lots of parts to play with. On the printer at the moment are the other end of the brake handles, and these are hook and hook backing plates. Now they sandwich across the end there, the backing plate on the inside to strengthen this joint, and the hook on the outside, 4 bolt holes all the way through. So let's get cracking then. By the end of this should be standing up on its own in the air, waiting to receive its axles, the bushes in the axle boxes, and the wheels. Need to print the tyres. For this one, I am going to print the tyres in PLA. This one has ABS printed tyres, just to try different materials. If they don't work, I can always print some ABS ones or turn some steel tyres. But for the little wear this is actually going to, literal use this is going to get, I think the PLA ones will survive. And they're all on. So let me quickly explain how railway suspension tends to work in terms of axle boxes. Here's an axle box. Obviously this is a model of a full size, but the idea is the same. Axle bush or bearing goes in there. They're printed quite nice, with a bit of support in there. Generally, on a full size, this opens up so you can get to the bearing wadding, because there's like grease in there or something. But these surfaces here at the side are the bearing surfaces on these. And generally, and they basically go in there like that. Some sort of, on full size, this leaf spring would be the suspension. So this would be butted up to it, and as it bumped up and down, you can see how this wants to slide in the slot. But on full size, if this wasn't a plastic printer, this was done properly, this leaf spring would move with it. On this, however, a foam or rubber pad goes in there just to provide the little bit of movement it needs. And then, to stop it falling out, is where the keeps come in. So again, if I push that out, pop that in there, you get the rough idea. Now that sits on that, so that when you pick it up, it can't drop out the bottom. It's exactly the same on the 3.5 and 5, but it's easier to explain it on this bigger size. One of these on each side provides the suspension needed. So all that's left to do with these is to turn the bushy bearing to push into here to accept the axle, and then to find some bolts that fit through those to bolt it to the frame, again in the same manner we've already seen on the 3.5. All that remains to be doing now is to install the brake gear that goes in here. These aren't braked, it's just for show. But on both sides you've got these cutouts that the brake hanger holder thing slots into. Again, a couple of dabs of glue will sort that. And quick cut. A lot has happened since the last video, last shot. Brake handles are all on, they spring, but they're fixed, they're dummies. All of the sides are on. The buffer stocks and hooks are on. And all of these planks are on. These planks are printed in 2 halves, you can just see the joins, which also explains the black and white colouring, which means absolutely nothing, it's just whatever colour I happen to have on the printer. I order my plastic in as a bundle of 1 kilo of white and 1 kilo of black from 3D Jake. It's just a good deal, and I thought I get on really well with the plastic. There is a wood grain effect type thing in the print. It's not a dodgy surface, this is intentional. It just doesn't translate well when it goes down to 3.5. I'm going to leave it there for this video. Next time we'll be looking at the 3.5. As you can see, there is something to cover, and then there'll be the corners on here as per the 3.5 before we can work out the same planking as here.